I'm a game developer that's 14 and I've been making the game for the last 4 years. The game is called Modern Medieval and I'm finally ready to make my first trailer for it after all these years. The trailer I made was 10 times better than I was expecting, and we will get into that. But the beginning of my indie game is far too important to skip over, taking us all the way back to 2020, where everybody was stuck at home and bored, including me. So I was watching a lot of YouTube and I stumbled upon YouTubers like Danny and Vilmar, who inspired me to start making video games. But the first couple games were obviously terrible, so it took a lot of trial and error games until I found one I was really fond of. Modern Medieval was supposed to be a quick, small project about how characters from medieval times are using modern guns, hence the name Modern Medieval. But I started really liking the game as I started working on it more and more. So you might think after 4 years it should be really good and completed, right? Well, there are 3 things that got in the way each time I tried to continue making my game and eventually making my trailer. The first one was money. The game engine I used was Construct 3. Construct 3 is free, but only for smaller games. If you want to make a bigger game, you have to pay $16 a month. But as a 10-year-old boy, I was broke as fuck. You could offer my broke ass gum for 25 cents and I still couldn't afford it. So it was on special occasions where I had cash to work on it. Another reason was school. Because of school, I would have less time to work on my game, and I didn't have my own computer really. Since it was 2020, they gave us all computers, but the computers had to go at the end of the school year. So it really put a pause on Modern Medieval's creation. So instead of working on that project, I put my focus on smaller and shorter games. But I've had the opportunity to make and finish a beta for my game, which is in the description on my itch page. But with all that out the way, let's focus on making the trailer. The point of video game trailers is to make a small, juicy preview of all the good parts in the video game. So on the release, there's people there ready to play your game, instead of your game just sitting there collecting dust. So in the intro of the game, you kind of have to hook the person watching it already so they're interested into the game. I made a gun reloading in the intro by keyframing and transitioning to a knight shooting another knight in slow motion, while there's a lot of maps playing in the background. I really am fond of this intro. It kind of shows how diverse the game is. After the first scene is finished, we go to the second part of the video, where it generally tells you what the game is all about on an upbeat background song. It tells you that it's fun and free to play with your friends. And it is. Play the beta now. Play it. Play now. The third section of the trailer explains all the power-ups: the jump boost, protective bubble, and speed power-up. The beta is on itch.io. Go play with your friends, your family's pet, homies Tom, anyone. But stay good, stay strong, stay hello.